Hello, hello. So, we know of tablet computers these days. Like, everyone has a tablet. We have the iPad, we have fancy Windows tablets, the RT, with the Surface, all of that. And really, the first time most of us was exposed to a tablet was probably around, the early 2000s with Microsoft XP Tablet Edition. And it just kind of went from there. But tablets indeed go back a little bit further than that, for Windows at least. And we can go back to 1992, and there was this push by Microsoft with Windows 3.1, or Windows Pen Computing for Windows version 1.0 in 1992. And the idea was that we'd have these laptops that could be converted into tablets or dedicated tablets that we would be able to carry around, and they would make our life a million times easier, and they would be absolutely fantastic. And there was a fair number of big brands that were making these. The first one was Grid. There was also Toshiba, Fujitsu, Compaq, and of course, IBM. And that's what we're going to talk about here today because I have one of them. This here in this fancy packaging is IBM's, or one of IBM's attempts, which is the 730 Ti. This one here came in this rather fantastic soft case, which I can just kind of flip over, and it gives you a good idea of the screen here. But I think to give a better look over of this particular machine, I'm going to take it out of the sleeve. There we go. And this is the tablet itself. It does indeed look like a tablet. It does have that, it's a bit more grippy now that the rubber is starting to decay on it, but that's normal for most ThinkPad devices. Monochrome screen, but over here we have nice little indicators for AC power. We have 2 batteries in here and activity to PCMCIA. I'll get to that in a few moments. But for the batteries, yes indeed, there are 2 batteries in this machine. And I believe these are both nickel metal hydrate. Yes, 7.2 volt, 1.6 amp hours nickel metal hydrate. And both of them are dead, obviously. On the top here, we do have a knockout for an expansion connector. And there is this port replicator, which I find is actually quite necessary to do anything. This gives you external floppy. And I do have the external floppy drive right here. Really nothing all that special about that. There's a few different models that use this type of external floppy. We have VGA out, we have parallel port, we have serial. We do have an extra AC adapter here. It says 15 volts. I'll get to that a little bit later too. And I think I mentioned yes before, PS2. And this is kind of required if you want to do installations or anything in DOS, and I'll get to that again as well, probably later on in this video. But it just clicks in. There you go. Comes out with one lever. Now, for the PCMCIA indicator, there is no internal hard drive in this. Also, yes, this is the power button right here. Behind this clip here, you have 3 PCMCIA slots. 1, 2, and 3, and then you have this white card here. But usually this would ship with a Type 3 PCMCIA hard drive. And that's simply a double height PCMCIA card with a mechanical hard drive in it. I've since removed that, and I have instead a compact flash adapter and a 2 GB card, which I've cloned the hard drive to directly. And you can boot directly off of that. This white card here, however, has a little safety cap on it. I push that out, and this is actually the RAM expansion. This is 16 megabytes of DRAM in what they call a credit card form factor. And on board in the machine here is 8 megabytes. So right now I have 24 megabytes of RAM total, which is absolutely fantastic. And I still have 2 slots over here, which are totally accessible for something else. The other thing is that this screen here, the digitizer, it's not resistive, it's not capacitive, it's Wacom. And underneath here, I have a little release. There we go. And that pulls out the pen, and that's how I'd use to write on it. And they have buttons down here. These buttons here only respond to the Wacom pen. You can't actually push the buttons. They're actually recessed and you can't even reach them. But even if you could reach them with, say, like, I don't know, the backside of a tool, that still wouldn't do anything. This here is actually quite fast. Like with the Grid products there, you had 386 SXs and maybe 486 SXs. Really not all that fast. This here is, off the top of my head, it's an Intel 486 DX4, but with the clock speed either at 75 or 100. I'll verify that once we post it. And yes, what we're now about to do is we're actually about to start the machine up. And for that, you'll need an AC adapter because we have no battery. And that's where I was warning about that AC adapter earlier. This wants 15 volts. The average ThinkPad with the exact same DC plug is going to have 16 volts. You plug a 16 volt AC adapter into this, and you will blow the fuse in it. It's as simple as that. So you have to find a 15 volt adapter. In my case, I have this absolutely nasty Radio Shack 15 volt adapter here with an absolute nasty end on it in tape, and it's disgusting, but it works. So let's get this plugged in and take a look at Windows. And here we are now. We have it plugged in. It's trying to charge battery 1. And let's start up the machine with one push of the button. There we go. And I am amazed how well these hold up after, 25 years of life now? Close to that? And there we go. 24 megs of RAM detected. And how is that on the screen there? It's quite dark. Let's see if I can adjust the contrast on that. Whoops, wrong direction. The glare is really bad on this. There's no such thing as anti-glare in there. It's just a matte screen. It needs to be updated to enhance your protection. I don't care about antiviruses. Is it actually? Yes, it is going to run the virus checker. Can I stop it? No, the pen does not do anything. And that's one of the major problems I have with these earlier Penabled devices. Some people, some manufacturers got around this, but for the 730 Ti at least, there is no DOS resident drivers for the digitizer. It's not until you go into Windows that things start to work. And this is going to take a while, isn't it? Yes, I'm going to have to wait here. Fast forward. Alright, we should be just about done now. There we go. No virus is found, obviously. Here we go, Microsoft Windows for Pen Computing version 1.0. And it's going to drop us directly into the Program Manager, which we all come to know and love with Windows 3.1. And we'll carry on from there. Okay, and that glare was just driving me absolutely crazy, so I have gone and moved the camera a little bit closer, so hopefully this is a little bit better for you. I have installed a couple of applications on here already beforehand, so we do have Microsoft Office that's actually running, and I can just click that from the start bar at the top here, and we'll start up Microsoft Excel because, well, for the hell of it. Now, it's absolutely fantastic. I don't care about that. Return to Microsoft Excel. Now, it's fantastic to have it on a tablet here because I can then manipulate it with the pen. The problem is entering values without a keyboard is kind of difficult. But we're not screwed over for that. There is some, where are they here? Microsoft Pen Tools, and we can whip out an on-screen keyboard. I'm just going to put that down there. I'm going to minimize Program Manager. Okay, that was a bad idea because now I can't reopen Excel. Where the heck is Excel? There it is. And there, and it stays over top on focus, so then I can start filling in values how I seem so fit. There is no rapid entry, unfortunately. I do believe, however, that handwriting recognition is available, so... Oh, no. Yes, it does actually notice that. Okay. It has absolutely atrocious hand... There we go, it got a 3. How about a 4? Okay, it just goes into the edit text window here, which is a little bit better. 4. How about that? No. 5. Okay, no. It wants to do single stroke. There we go. 6. That just deleted it. Okay. 6. Alright, fine. 7. This is really difficult to do at an angle as well. The glare is absolutely atrocious. 8. 9. You get the point here. It's absolutely terrible to do handwriting recognition, so you're going to end up using the on-screen keyboard a fair bit. Now, there is a training program also available. And get out of here. No, I don't care about that. There is a trainer that is available, so you can actually modify how the system understands your handwriting, as well as so you can improve how well the system understands, well, your handwriting. But I'm not going to care about that right now. I do have a couple other cool apps here like Microsoft Notebook, so I can go and just start scribbling stuff in. It's a scheduler, so I don't care about that. Learning Pen Basics, I have a sample form here I can fill out just to give myself an idea how to do it, but I really don't care. about. Okay, it actually, that's, all right, it's not a scratch pad at all. Yes. Can I go back? Okay, that just repeats the last one. Okay. I don't care about that. No, I don't care about that. What else do I have here? IBM ThinkRight. Yes, this is the IBM supplied software that came with it. Also on the hard drive here. And it's another trainer. But I see it also tells me how to leave the system in. Is a complete. You may quit or try specific letters if new user. It's again, it's more handwriting recognition setup stuff. But in this case here for this video, I really don't care about it. And everything else is pretty much the same, except for this little factory thing. And what is this? Diskette factory? This system comes with the ability to generate new restore diskettes for the system, which is kind of handy because I've needed it before when I transferred the system over and updated the operating system on it to like PC-DOS version 6, I believe it was. But again, I don't care about that. I want to show off other things, and I do have some games installed here. And, well, whatever. Well, again, there's some games here which really do require the use of a keyboard, and Tetris is one of those examples. Like, I cannot do anything with Tetris without a keyboard. Like, even the on-screen keyboard doesn't have arrow keys, so that's just about useless. But other games which do require the mouse, as I guess as a bit of a gimmick, do work quite well. For example, Ski Free works really well. Albeit not so much with the LCD screen, but it's still kind of cool, and I can jump, woohoo, and I can hurt myself, yay. But I also have the entire Microsoft Entertainment Pack here, one of my favorite programs, not that golf. Where'd it go? Here it is, Fuji Golf. Continue unfinished round. And this is how I've been playing golf, and it's actually quite enjoyable. Here, I'm just going to throw this shot away. Hey, but I'm onto the green by 12 yards. Sweet. Games. Everything else in here is really Windows 3.1-ish. Was it? No, that's not what I wanted. Yes. VGAP.drv. Windows for pen computing is very specific. It does not work from system to system. It's OEM. So the version of pen computing that's on this ThinkPad will not work on a Grid, will not work a Concerto. They all use different video drivers, and packaged in with the video driver is the digitizer support, which in this case here is Wacom. On the Concerto, I believe it's some other technology, requires a battery in the pen. And on the Grid, it's something, again, completely different style of battery. It's a complete and total nightmare. So if you get one of these without the hard drive or an operating system on them, you could be quite out of luck unless you can find the restore media for it. It's very important you have that restore media. Otherwise, again, if you don't have the OEM version of Windows for that particular tablet or series of tablet, you're out of luck because you can't just use any other. And what was in the control panel? I think there was some enhancements in here. Yes, we do have enhancements here for the pen, so I can actually modify how the pen works. And I can. Is that just a sample? No. But yeah, there we go. There was the handwriting recognition. More control panels over that. I can say which hand is my writing hand. As you can see here, it's my right hand. And I do have a dictionary that's built up. I don't care about that right now. It's really quite in-depth regarding that. And screen rotation. And right now, as you can see, I'm having it rotated into the landscape mode on this direction, and I'm totally okay with that. Some people go with portrait if you're doing out forms and stuff like that, but whatever, I don't care about that. And I can do screen calibration. Oh, I can actually calibrate right now. To cancel, either press a key, click a mouse, or click with a mouse. Tap with the barrel button. Oh, there we go. There we go. And it's still properly fine. All right. But yeah, other than that, very typical of Windows 3.1. The control panel is nothing all that special there. Now, what we also have, because we have PCMCIA in here, we have something kind of magical. We have card services. This is something that I find is black magic underneath DOS and Windows 3.1, because PC cards typically are a complete and total pain until you reach Windows 95. And this card here, it just sees in slot 2. The hard drive, don't remove that. I'm going to take this IBM 5250 emulation card. I'm just going to plug that in. Pop that in the top there. Oh, put it in backwards. There was a beep. And there it is right there. And well, it's not ready because I don't have a driver for it, but it knows everything about it. And that scares me because I usually don't see that kind of thing with a plug-and-play type of setup. But no, I'll put, like, say, a modem card in there, and it'll work absolutely fine. But I think now it's time to really show exactly what the graphics on this are. Because, sure, it's a tablet, sure, it's got an LCD and all that, but how fast is it? Well, that's why I have AutoCAD in here. And I'm just going to start up Release 12. There we go. And I don't like the white on here. Can I switch it over to negative and you won't care? Yes, I can. There we go. And I want to... Oh, no, I don't care about that file. And I want to open a pre-assembled piece here. So let's do the sextant. And there you go. And it's really fast. Like, I'm surprised how fast it is on this here. And can I, like, change the view? M view? I don't... Oh, God. There we go. I'm just going to say I want it right. Also, there we go. And it's just going to redraw it over there. And again, I can switch over to invert, and it's instantaneous. And that's really nice. But okay, that's cool. Volume control doesn't really work all that much. Again, no speaker in this thing. We have our contrast. Our brightness has slightly brighter, off, and bright. And this here is our reset button, which I don't want to push right now. But I'm going to discard the changes. I don't care about that. Okay, let's say, yeah, I'm closing out here. I don't really care. Oh, so I'm, whatever. Great, now I'm back at DOS. So what, can I enter in a command? No, I can't do anything. I'm kind of screwed here. Now, one of the reasons I love the grid tablets and convertibles is that, like, at the BIOS level, there is digitizer support. So you'll actually get a little on-screen keyboard. You can type in letters and enter commands. You can jump back into Windows. With the 730 Ti, I don't have anything even resident in DOS. So no commands can be entered. I literally just screwed myself over. The best I can do is reset the machine. And we'll give a beep, and we'll come back up. But there you go. It's an interesting laptop. Not even a laptop, it's a tablet. There we go. And it's fast. It looks really nice. And I wouldn't say it's a brilliant piece of IBM engineering, but it's still absolutely fantastic. Why is it not... Okay, apparently it turned itself off. No, it went to sleep for some reason. Oh, that's because it's not a reset. That's a sleep mode. Right, okay, so I can't even reset the machine. All I can do is just hard power it. And we're off. Okay, but yeah, it looks great. There's obviously a lot of fine-tuning that needs to be done for pen support, but at this point in age, that's never going to happen. If you find one of these, sure, it's great to add to a collection. It's great to show off. Rebuild the battery. It becomes a rather cool portable tablet device. It's massive. It looks really cool.